This is a bit of a showstopper for events where I've done this. It only takes 4 balloons. I've inflated a green 260 twisting balloon to a tail of about 2 fingers, okay? And we're going to stretch this balloon to make sure it's nice and soft, and then just find the center point very approximately, okay? And then take one side in each hand, and we're going to create a candy cane. So just twist the balloons around. So my hands aren't moving position. I'm holding them at the same height, but the balloon is just moving downwards through my hands. So I'm maintaining a consistent pressure there. And then when I get to the top, I'm just going to twist these two together, and I'm going to take the knot and nozzle and pass it through the center, okay? And we can set this aside. Next, I've got a 260 with a 5-finger tail, and again I'm just going to stretch that to make it nice and soft, and I'm going to make flower petal loops, okay? So 4-finger flower petal loops and twist. Okay, and then just pass that knot and nozzle through the center, and that's just going to help ensure that loop doesn't come undone. Okay, squeeze your balloon a little bit and make another 4-finger loop. Okay, so I like to measure, and then I make 1 twist, and then I'll just compare to the previous loop, and this second loop is just a little bit smaller, so I've just reversed that twist, and I'm making 1 more twist, and I'm happier with that, so I'm going to wrap those 2 around one another, okay? Again, give your balloon a little squeeze just to send the air towards the end. That's going to help ensure the balloon doesn't pop. Measure 4 fingers, make 1 twist, have a quick look. Yes, I'm happy with that, so I'll make some more twists and wrap the petals, the loops around one another. Again, a little squeeze. And this all becomes quite automatic the more you do it, okay? So measure, 1 twist, yes, I'm happy with that. Wrap around, okay? And I want to make 1 more loop, okay? So this, we're making 5 loops in total. So measure, yes, twist, that's a little big, so I just reverse the twist. Happy with that. And twist again and wrap everything around. And it's not critical for this design that these petals are absolutely perfectly the same shape, so don't worry about that. We can just snip off the end, let the air out slowly. If you do that slowly, there's less risk that your balloon will pop. Okay, and then we can wrap this around, and we can tie if we want to. You don't have to tie a knot. If you've wrapped the excess around quite a bit, you don't have to tie a knot. It just depends what you feel comfortable with. And then if you've got a long piece of excess here, as I have, we can snip this off. If yours is quite short, then just wrap it around a few times and it will disappear into the cluster of loops. Okay, let's just arrange and flatten our loops. And we can take that candy cane that we made and take the knot and nozzle and just pull the knot and nozzle from the green candy cane into the flower petal loops, okay? So this is all very quick to make. So I've got a 260 here with a 1-finger tail, and I'm just going to run that through my hands, just using the warmth of my hands just to stretch that balloon a little bit, okay? We're going to bring these ends together, wrap them, the knot and the tail around, and tie, okay? So that's what we've got. And then just fold these balloons over, and we're very approximately going to split this balloon in half. So just pinch here, and then just rotate the top section, okay? And that will very approximately split the balloon in half, okay? And then you push these 2 sections together, just twizzle it round, and then just pull 1 loop through the other, okay? And what we do now is we're just going to use a shock twisting technique. So I'm just going to fold this section down. So I've kind of squared it off here a little bit, the corners, and then just push down and the center goes down. At that point, grab hold of the top sections and then just massage this section here. And at the same time, massage here. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just pull outwards and then push down at the center and just massage. And if you want to, you can just give it a little shock. Okay, there we go. So we've got the outline of the wings. If you want to accentuate it a little bit more, you can repeat that process until you're happy with the shape and outline of the wings. Okay, so that's what we've got. So to attach the butterfly, just take the excess here, the knot and nozzle, and pull that into the flower petal loops, and then just wrap around a couple of times. That's just going to connect the wings to the flower. Okay, now if you're in a line work situation and everything is really, really busy, then you can stop here. People are absolutely delighted with this butterfly as it is, but there's just something else that we can do that just elevates the design a little bit more. I've got a 160 here with an extremely long tail, and I've inflated maybe a 3-inch bubble, and I'm just going to grab hold of the knot and nozzle and fold the balloon over to make a small loop, and then just wrap that around. And if you can, pass the knot and nozzle through the center of that loop. Again, that's going to help you. It's just going to make sure that doesn't come undone. And then take your butterfly and using this nozzle, just this neck and nozzle, just pull that into the wings and wrap it round a little bit. Or you can pull it into the flower if you prefer. Okay, so that's what we've got at the moment. And then we're just going to pull the body over the top here and make a little twist. So the body is maybe 2 inches or so. And then where I've made the twist, just pull that into the flower petal base. Pull that through into the flowers and wrap the excess around several times. Okay, and then we can cut off the excess and save it. And if you've got a little bit more left here, just wrap that around the flower petal loops until it's very short, and then just let it go and it just disappears into the flower petal base. So there's our butterfly's head and body. We've got this little bit of 160 left, so I'm just going to tie a knot here and then just trim off the excess. Take your antennae, find the center very approximately, and pull the antennae in between the loops of the butterfly's wings, underneath those loops, and then up towards the front of the butterfly's head. You can adjust the wings. I promise you, people absolutely love this design.